Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Alright, Wranglers. This is Elijah. And today we're going to talk about getting good sleep with 4 children. Okay, so we have 4 children. And it's not great. Someone spends the night up and someone doesn't sleep and the kids. But how can we figure that out? I don't know. Maybe talk about if anybody has any suggestions on getting good sleep with multiple children. Leave the comment down below, and yeah, we will, or share it or something. Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, with 4 kids, every night is a battle. Somebody doesn't want to go to bed. Either our oldest, and the youngest is pretty good, so I can't really say there's 4 children. I think it would be prudent that we she's the youngest, but she gets woken up and she gets fed and she's yeah. But the other 3 children, every night, one does not want to sleep. I'm not quite sure why. So, the children like to get up early. Our son, this morning, 6:30 in the morning, wants to have a party. Okay. You go to bed, we put you to bed late, and you still get up at 6:30. We put you to bed early, and you still get up to 6:30. I'm not quite sure how to fix that problem. And when he gets up, he's got to put on the TV and watch his TV, YouTube. And of course, he thinks he's deaf. So he has it up as loud as can be until we tell him to turn it down, and then he turns it down. So why can't he just, turn it down to begin with? He wants it as loud as can be. Now, we know our TV, and we have set numbers for our TV. So in the morning it's 6, in the afternoon it's 10, and usually in the evening when the kids are the most loudest, it's 14. After they go to bed, it goes back down to 10, and then when we're ready for bed, it goes down to 6. So, but somehow he turns it up. So we already set it at 6, and he turns it up. So, where am I going to go with this? Okay, let me have some coffee. Oh, it's good morning coffee. So we kind of have a routine in our house for mornings. I get up with the children. My wife sleeps in. When she's ready, I bring her coffee and her phone and bring her to bed so she can wake up quietly and peacefully and so forth. I don't know how she does it, but she does. And what makes it, reasonably acceptable is that I do this every morning, is that I get to nap. I love napping. Put on a few YouTube videos, watch my favorite channels, and lay down for the afternoon. That's wonderful. I wish that was my work week. Get up in the morning, say 6, do my work till about 12-ish, maybe 2, take a nap, wake up at 4, have a nice evening. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So, but most days I get to nap, unless I'm working, and then I don't get to nap. Alright, and so, again, I'm out here, getting my coffee, kids are inside, destroying the house. And we still haven't tackled the question is how to get a night's sleep. Well, tip number one, there is no tip. Give your children kiss your sleep goodbye until they're all old enough to move out. And then hopefully they will leave you alone and you can sleep. Tip number two, don't have children. If you value your sleep, do not have children. It's as simple as that. You know, I value my sleep, but I want 10 kids. So having 10 kids means no sleep. And that means like 30 years of no sleep. Tip number three, have a good partner. My wife is awesome. She does a lot, and she doesn't get the credit she deserves. She's a stay-home mom, and she does a ton, I mean a ton of work around the house. Now, I go to work, and when I finish my work is done. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to do it. It's done. But she's 24/7. How do you get a good night's sleep with 4 children? We take turns. So we usually we'll put the kids to bed in their own rooms, and we will. Our youngest, Azra, she's still on the boob, so we don't really get to take turns. But as soon as she's off of the boob, I'm quite sure that we will take turns, and I will deal with all the. I lost my train of thought. We will get through the sharing of who gets to wake up with the babies all night. Now, the children tend to sleep better with me. I don't know why, but comparatively, when I tell them to go to bed, they go to bed. When my wife tells them to go to bed, it's rough. If they wake up in the middle of the night, within 2 minutes, I can get all the kids back to sleep. So, the older two are okay, except for our son, who gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Getting him back to sleep is next to impossible, so you might as well just get up with him and let him do his thing, which usually involves blaring the TV at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, our oldest is going on to a teenager, so her sleeping habits are, there's something else. So I'm not quite sure. Some days it's early in the morning, some days it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes, I don't know. I remember when I was a teenager, it was long time ago, but it was kind of rough. Sleep patterns are all over the place. I don't know. So, tip number 5. I don't really have a tip for number 5. Other than good luck, have fun, stay calm. Your children react the way you react. So if you're upset, they're upset. Mellow it out. Chill out. Relax. Enjoy. It's not going to be happy. The kids are not all going to behave. I have yet to have a single night where one of my children have not cried to go to bed. It's just the way it is. If you have one child, that may be possible. If you have 2 children, that may be. But after 2, there's 3 and 4, there's no way. If you have 10 kids, definitely you're going to have 10 kids, and one of them out of the 10 might want to go to bed. And they will think of everything in the possible. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I need this. I need that. And it doesn't matter, because that's just the way it is. Okay. Tip number 4. Divide and conquer the children. Learn your children. Learn what puts them to sleep. Learn when they're going to get frustrated. Don't stress them out before bedtime. if they're doing something wrong or they're acting inappropriately, leave it till the morning. Nothing is worse than a kid who's got herself or himself all worked up before bedtime and you're trying to put them to sleep. So they're upset, they're crying, they're carrying on, and you're trying to put them to bed and you're upsetting them. Now, it doesn't have to be they're upset about going to sleep, because most kids don't want to go to sleep because they want to miss. But there are certain conversations that can be waited till the next morning. You know, sometimes even the older kids need a little love and TLC, and they need to be tucked in. I know it's retarded, but they just need to feel loved and secured, and everything's gonna be okay. And sometimes that means falling asleep on the couch, falling asleep on your bed. Now, if you're blessed, you can move your children out of your bed. If not, then you just have to deal with it, with them breathing on the back of your neck, scratching, kicking, rubbing. The normal kids do. Take up the whole bed. Okay, YouTubers. Well, that is all my 5 tips for getting a good night's sleep. It's not going to happen. Enjoy. And don't forget to wrangle those kids. Thank you for watching Wrangling the Woods, and we'll see you at the next video.